What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Dupree Does Sports. I just got done watching UFC 300. I am lost for words. That was a fantastic card, start to finish. Barely any boring fights. It was just I I I, I, I almost lost my voice screaming. Like I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with Alex in the main event. He said it at the ceremonial weightings on Friday. He tried to get my autograph earlier in the week. Then yesterday Jamal, he tries to talk smack. He does all this stuff. I will show him. He gets kicked in the groin. He gets kicked in the nuts. Tells Herb Dean, don't worry about it. I got this. Then 2 seconds later, detonates a left hook that doesn't even land clean. He hit him with probably this part of his fist, like his pinky, then like his ring finger, and it just, you could tell it was a wrap. Like how Jamal fell, he landed on his leg got folded under him, and it was a wrap. And then he hit him with the as for he is becoming he's already a star, but he is living in it more. You can see it. He is just becoming one of the best things in recent memory for the UFC. What he's done in not even 3 years is insane. He says he wants to fight at UFC 301 next in 3 weeks in Brazil. Wouldn't be opposed to it. He deserves it. Now he says heavyweight, as opposed to defending his 205 belt, most likely against Magomed Ankalaev, which, okay, I would have thought it would be against Ankalaev because he is the #1 contender, but you also got to think he just cut weight to hit 205. They say he weighed today at like 220, 230. So in 3 weeks, he's going to have to cut even more weight to fight, to weigh in at 205 again in 3 weeks. That's a lot. And he fought as a heavyweight right now. He just fought as a heavyweight. So let him do it. I don't see the issue. Let him do it. He deserves it. Tom Aspinall, Magomed Ankalaev, give it to him. Whatever. He deserves it. Co-main, Yao Shannon is tough as nails. I'll say that. Yao Shannon is tough as nails. She I don't know how she didn't tap to that rear naked choke at the end of the first. And after the bell, she was wobbling, so 3 more seconds. And it's over. Just a couple more seconds and that fight's over with. And then the second round, she's flattened out. And Zhang Weili's just raining down punches on her. She manages to stay through it, fight through it. She has a pretty decent third round, where I think that's the round she knocked down Zhang Weili. She was having really good success with her with her striking. But as I thought, Zhang Weili's wrestling and her ground game was just going to be too much for her. And you could see it. Yao Shannon, she was trying, but it just wasn't working. It just wasn't working. So Zhang Weili with another tower defense. She moves on. Who knows who's going to be next for her? Justin Gaethje, Max Holloway. outside of an Izzy fight and maybe a Kamaru Usman fight, I've never been so like locked into a fight like that. I sat on the couch and I try not to move. Try not to move just so like it's like people are like superstitious, like you gotta stand a certain way, you gotta do this. I just didn't want to move. I just like wasn't trying to move. That was an amazing performance by Max Holloway. I think what happened at the end, the knockout. Let's get out of the way. Craziest thing I've ever seen. Last year, Izzy knockout Pereira was crazy. That completely tops it. You trying to tell me going up from 45 to 155, I'm gonna fight one of the probably the most powerful punchers in the division. Piece him up almost all fight. Then the last 10 seconds, stand there and throw down with him. I'm not doing that. There's no way. And for Max to do it and to knock him out with 2 seconds left, that is BMF stuff. I don't think anybody else can take that title away from him. That should never be a title fight when Max is holding it, it's just his. That is true BMF stuff. Now, I think his performance is getting overlooked because of his finish. He was gliding across in the octagon against Justin Gaethje, excuse me. He was moving, picking his shots, throwing right hands to the body, to the head, landing little leg kicks. They weren't as powerful, but they were accumulating as the rounds went on. Swimming without getting wet. Like I said, touching to the body, head. He hurt him, and kind of like he broke Justin Gaethje's nose at the end of the first, that spinning back kick, and that's when the problem started coming, like the blood, running out of the nose, and Justin said like his nose is blocked up, so that leads him to breathing through his mouth, and Max attacking the body is just gonna make that even harder. That was just a fantastic performance by Max. Justin did have, I don't think they classed it officially as a knockdown, but he did knock Max Holloway down. He did hit him with a punch and Max fell. So how is that not classed a knockdown? Not too sure, but like Justin, he had his moments when he would try to back up Max against the octagon and just throw crazy combinations, not just two, like multiple punch combination, like 4, 5, 6 punch combinations. Like he was having some success in that 4th round, but Max was just on another level tonight. He was just so locked in. And the craziest thing, the calf kicks. Justin Gaethje hit him with so many calf kicks, and it looked like Max was just like, okay, let's keep going. What's next? That was just a BMF performance. He can do whatever he wants now. Max Holloway can do whatever he wants. They did just announce Islam versus Dustin Poirier for June 1st. So that takes Islam up. So Ilya to Poirier, if it's not gonna be Volk, which I don't think it should be, I don't think it will be. Ilya versus Max, Spain possibility. Who knows? But he deserves whatever he's gonna get. He deserves it. Charles and Arman. Personally, I think Charles won 29-28 because I think you get Charles the first round, and shout out to Arman Sarukian for not tapping either out of that. What was it? The guillotine? It was a guillotine. In that first minute of the first round, because I thought he was gonna be gone. I thought it was over. But shout out to him. I gave Charles the first round, Arman the second round, very clearly. And then the third round, I feel like the third and first round, some people might have gave that first round. Some people could have gave that first round to Armand. I personally gave it to Charles because I think he did more than Armand in that first round. And then that third round, I feel like Charles is having a little bit more success on the feet. At first, got taken down, and Armand didn't really do much with it. Like, unlike the second round, like in the second round, Armand was laying in elbows, laying it down, good ground and pound. That third round when Armand got on top, he didn't really do much with it. And then Charles, he reversed it and was able to get that Darce, but wasn't able to get the stoppage towards the end of the round. But that's my thing. I feel like if I just have top control and there's other, like, there were strikes in that round, or like we stood up for a good portion of that round, or like something else happened, that I'm not just gonna give you that round because you had a minute and a half, 2 minutes of ground control, but you did nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like if you're gonna have top control, it's gotta be significant. Like, you gotta, especially in a round, because you can have 2 minutes of ground control, but then the last 2 minutes of the round with ground control, but then the first three, nothing really happens on the feet, or like you get them in a clinch and like nothing's really going on. So like, okay, cool, that's what you gotta go off of, cool. But if there's other factors that happen in the round, I'm not just gonna give you, just because you laid on top of him for a couple minutes, I'm not gonna give you that round. So I personally would have given it to Charles. Goes to Armand. Either way, congrats. It was a pretty good fight. I was very entertained from that. Armand will most likely he will get the winner of Dustin Poirier and Islam. So that'll be interesting to see, when that happens, what we, what I'm saying, how the dominoes fall. Bo Nickel wins. Yeah. Yuri Prohaska, that was a crazy fight. I feel like that was, if not for the Gaethje Holloway fight, that would have won fight in the night for me, because that was a very good fight. You could see early on, Rakic just using the tactic that we all kind of found out in Yuri's last fight against Alex. Those leg kicks slow him down, and he's not as effective with his striking. And you could see it early. You could see it in the first round. He was, trying to switch, trying to stand switch like he does, and he wasn't having as much success. He was, getting hurt. He couldn't turn as well. He couldn't, get his punches out there. Excuse me. It's 3:00 in the morning. Excuse me. He couldn't put as much power behind his strikes because those leg kicks. And so, I thought Rakic was doing really well with that. Then that second round, not even the second round, the whole fight, Yuri just kept coming forward. They said he was not going to be denied. My God, he was not. Rakic said he wasn't a samurai. He took that personally. Yuri took that. You said I'm not a what? I'm not a who? Who's not a samurai? I'm not. Watch this. And he walked him down for the 7 minutes that fight was, going on. Amazing. Yuri, gets back into the win column. I thought Rakic looked really good at the 2-year layoff. I feel like he looked really, really good. And so, shout out to Alexander Rakic. He will be back. I think maybe Jan Blachowicz again, because that's who he, tore, or yeah, he tore his ACL. That's who he tore his ACL against. So, give him that. Yuri might have to wait to see what happens if Ankalaev, they give it to Ankalaev, which they probably will. We'll see where the chips lay, or where the chips fall. I'm trying to go through the rest of the card, because I'm very tired. Aljamain versus Calvin Kattar. kind of what I expected. Aljamain just looking big, strong, and his takedowns just being and his ground game just being too much for Calvin Kattar. You could see it, Calvin. He was just kind of like on a lesser degree of Kevin Holland and MVP at 299, where Kevin Holland was just kind of like, you could see he was just dejected. It looked like Calvin Kattar was just kind of like, I don't know, just really just like, I don't know, like I don't know what to do. And so you got to give it up to Aljamain. He makes his statement, makes his statement at introducing himself at 145. So we'll see what happens there. Kayla Harrison. Granted, I never watched Kayla Harrison at PFL. She looked really good. Very good. I'm not surprised if she's going to be fighting for the title at the end of the year. And I'll tell you this, she's going to be, if she, has another fight, then she wins that. And if it's her and Raquel Pennington, she beats her. I'll say it right now. At the end of the year, Kayla Harrison is the UFC women's bantamweight champion. She looked really good. Some of her strikes looked good. It surprised me that Holly Holm tried to clinch when wanted to take it to the ground. I wasn't too sure. I was very surprised about that. I wasn't the biggest fan of that, but hey ho, that's not me. She looked very good, very strong. Kayla Harrison did. I liked her performance. I like that. I think she's better than, give her a ranking, honestly. Top 5 ranking. I'm like, put her up there because she deserves. She's better than almost all of them. Like, she's better than Holly Holm. I think she's better than Raquel Pennington. She's better than Bueno Silva. I think she's better than Juliana Pena. The only girl that could be her, in my opinion, is Amanda Nunes, and she's retired. So we don't know if she's gonna come back. So that's that. Before that was Super Sadiq and Diego Lopez. Diego Lopez again with another just highlight finish. He is one of the most entertaining guys in the sport. You will see his name now moving up the ranks of the fight card. He was the first fight of the prelims, I think. Yeah, he's the first fight of the prelims. He is going to keep rising and rising with good performances like that, because two right uppercuts shut Sadiq Yusuf down. And they keep building him right. I think he's going to keep delivering performances like that. And he's going to find a number next to his name very, very quickly. What was left? I can't remember what was before that. Jalen Turner and Money Moicano. I was very upset. Jalen Turner, he should have won that fight. He knocked him down. First off, he hurts him with 2 body kicks. Jalen Turner does early. Moicano clinches, takes him down because he's hurt. Takes him down, holds on to him, laying on top of him, not really doing too much for real. Then Jalen Turner is able to get to the cage and stand up. He's 6'3". Okay, cool. That's what I said. Get to the cage and build your way back up. He does that. Cool. Stands up. Ping, ping. Knocks him down with 15 seconds left, maybe in the round. And he walks off. And so, at first glance, I thought he didn't want to go down there and potentially have him hold him and get held and not be able to find a finish. But watching it back, he definitely tried to walk off. you know, the $300,000 bonus was so big. I feel like he wanted that moment. And I think they said on commentary, he wanted that moment of walk-off KO, UFC 300. He deserves, and everybody give him the $300,000 bonus. But in the second round, he gets taken down again, and I think he found himself along the cage a couple times, but he just didn't build himself back up. Like I just didn't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. You know, I'm not an MMA fighter. I don't train. I don't, wrestle. I don't do all that stuff. So there's elements that I obviously do not understand, but I don't get it. He did it. He did it in the first round. I think what kind of he maybe might have did was doing things different to prevent him from being able to build back up. Might not. I think Jalen Turner should have had that win in the first round. I think you jump on him. You had to. But Moicano gets the win. He gets on the mic and he does what he does. He's funny. Jessica Andrade beats Marina Rodriguez, as I expected. Kind of slow. Marina was having some success in the first round. Jessica had, it looked like Marina did not want to beat her in that second round. Jessica was just putting it on her and on her and on her and on her towards the end of that second round, and then a little bit more in the third. But Marina was kind of pushing back a little bit more in the third round. But Jessica gets the win. Now, the first fight of the night, Cody Garbrandt, Davidson Figueiredo. Davidson looked very good. He didn't get hurt on the feet. And what I expected him to do was to try to take him down and see if we could get a finish there, to which he did. He's able to find the choke, get his neck, and just squeeze, and it was over. You could kind of see it was like, yeah, nah, he's not getting out of that. That's tight. So he gets the win. I think he was already ranked at bantamweight, so he's gonna move up. Come Tuesday, he's gonna have a higher ranking next to his name coming Tuesday. So that's gonna be interesting to see what he does. But overall, fantastic card. I loved it. I'm so tired right now that it has me exhausted. But hey, this is what we love. This is what we do. So yeah, that's my UFC 300 recap. Like, comment, subscribe. I thank you for watching. Shoot, man, we got Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia Saturday, the 20th. Another great fight. Another great weekend of fights. But yeah, I'm gonna end the video here. Like, comment, subscribe. This has been Dupree. I'm out. Stay solid, y'all. Peace.